What do you think is the weirdest adaptation of Romeo and Juliet you've either seen or heard?
Maybe like Warm Bodies?
Is that a Romeo and Juliet adaptation?
Yeah, it's zombie Romeo and Juliet.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's an adaptation of it.
Oops.
It's like a loose one, but it is.
Huh. That's
I
interesting.
promise. Also, it has
I believe you.
Midnight City in it, which is a good song.
Well, there you go.
Are the police coming to get me?
Are they? I don't know. Are they?
I don't know.
Why?
I thought I heard police sirens on your end.
No. Zero.
Oh, Lord. I'm hallucinating. Anyway.
Literally none.
All right. All right. Anyway, continuing on.
I can't think of any like off the top of my head now. That's like really weird. There's a Romeo and Juliet anime. It's like called Romeo Cross Juliet, which is based off of a manga. I've never seen it, so I don't know if it's good or not.
The Baz Luhrmann movie's amazing. Fight me, guys.
Is that the one with DiCaprio?
It is the one with DiCaprio.
My English professor, who I took all my Shakespeare classes with, like defended that movie
Because it's fantastic. It's one of the best adaptations, period.
They got guns,
They do have guns, but they're named after the weaponry that they have in the play.
right? I think I saw that in high school, but I literally don't remember a single thing from it.
That's the most upsetting thing I've heard all day, and we need to fix that immediately.
I read about and doing like all the bunch of research I did on Shakespeare stuff. Like, there's apparently a Japanese adaptation of Romeo and Juliet where I think it's basically the same, but either I don't remember like the exact twist, but like either it's all like it's a modern retelling, or like it's a regular retelling, but then like the twist is at the end they're like it shifts to like a modern day and like they're both alive.
What?
And it's very weird.
They lived for that long.
I don't remember exactly how it went, but like that was like a thing. It was like just like how, you know, adaptations can be different and all that. But regardless,
we get another weird adaptation today.
We do. Romeo and Juliet. I never read Romeo and Juliet in college. In either of my Shakespeare classes.
I haven't read it since high school.
Yeah. My professor was like everyone knows this. You don't have to read it again.
Yeah, I haven't read it since freshman year of high school.
Every high school teaches this. They just don't teach you the dirty jokes.
Nope. Which, honestly, tragic.
Yeah, like how can you teach Shakespeare and not literally be like, all right, this is an innuendo, this is an innuendo, this is an innuendo.
This is a fart joke.
Half the scene is an innuendo. This is a dirty joke. This is a... Yeah, like that's all he wrote.
Yep.
But no, it's super serious.
High literature.
Highfalutin. Literature. Says the guy with the English degree. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and I Watch K-On! It's episode number 34. I'm Jared, that's Doc Alley and Ladium.
Hello.
And we are discussing season 2, episode number 19, entitled Romeo and Juliet.
I wonder what we're going to talk about today.
Hamlet.
Totally.
That Hamlet game is supposed to be coming out soon.
Nice.
By the time this episode comes out, it might already be out.
Nice.
So that's cool. But yes, we are discussing the play that Mio and Rutsu are in, called Romeo and Juliet. You may have heard of it.
Once or twice.
Kind of famous. It's time for them to put on their performance. But before we do that, we get some shots of the festival. Festival is going on. Asa and June are at a grocery store picking up some stuff, and they're like, "We got to get Bill to the school. Give us a receipt or else." Asa's still feeling worried about the performance tomorrow. Then they go back to the stall, their class stall, and Ui joins those two, and they go out and seek out what's happening in the festival and everything. They see all the stalls. They see a bunch of food. They see mammoth meat.
Oh, I forgot about mammoth meat.
It's meat, but it's mammoth and prehistoric. The seniors class is all making their final preps for the play. They're getting all the sets ready. They're getting all the props. They're going through one last run through and everything, making sure they have the lines. Mio has forgot all of her lines. She's like, "Oh God!" And Risha's like, "Stop, you're fine." Yui tells them to put the sign of a pumpkin on your hand and eat it. And they're like, "No, you don't. Not the sign of a pumpkin. You put people." And then Mio puts her whole fist in her mouth.
Yep.
And nearly chokes to death.
Yep.
Miss Yamanaka comes through with the costumes, even though she's like dead tired because she's like literally taken on way too many costume jobs. She's like, "I had to pull an all-nighter. Here you go. I'm gonna go do more costumes." So they go get ready for the performance. They get backstage and everything. They're getting ready to go. Everything seems fine. They have a little backstage meeting. Have a little pep talk. Mio gets very nervous still and reaches like, "Get out of it! You gotta be ready. You gotta go." And they go to do the play. So you get to see Mio as Romeo, or not Romeo. Yeah, it's Romeo.
Mm-hmm.
Always get it confused. Romeo. But
oh my God.
Ritsu is as Juliet. She's got a fake like ponytail. It's really weird. And they go through a bunch of the scenes. They are performing their butts off. They get to one of the scenes and like nearly like laugh at each other and like like, "Stop laughing! Like you're laughing. Read the line." Yui's up there as a tree, has her head out of a hole, just standing there. The second years also show up. Ui, Azusa, and June go sit with Miss Yamanaka. Ui is just very astounded that her sister's up there as a tree. Azusa's like, "Oh God." They notice at one point Yui's got to sneeze. And Oz is like, "Oh God, don't sneeze, don't sneeze, don't sneeze." She's able to hold it, and then like she pops her head out backstage, and everyone's like, "Good job on not sneezing." It's like, "Thanks, I tried my hardest not to sneeze." They have a bit of a hiccup as they find out that the tombstone they need for the final scene is not there. They're like,
So then they're gonna go find one, or the one that they're missing. They're not sure which yet.
Yeah, they got to find either a replica or one that is missing. They one of the cast members at like the occult club had something similar, so Moogie and that cast member rush over there to get it. The occult club is being occult clubbish, and they're like, "No, this isn't a tombstone. This is a Rosetta Stone." They're like, "Great, we'll take it anyways. We'll be right back. We'll take it for like a half hour." They're like, "Cool, go do your thing." So all that happens. They also realize that the person who's playing a bush, or the person who went with Mookie, has to be replaced.
Yep.
And she's like, "Yui, do my part." And Yui's like, "Oh God, I need to memorize lines. I never memorize any lines." And they're like, "No, you don't have to do any lines. It's fine."
She's a
and
bush.
then it just cuts there, and she's a bush with her head sticking out.
Oh, Yui. Yui.
Yep. So they perform the final scene of the death scene for both Romeo and Juliet. Spoilers, I know. Big spoilers for Romeo and Juliet.
Whoa.
Big spoilers. That all goes off without a hitch. Everything's fine. They're able to pull it off with their new fake tombstone and get through the play. Everyone gives them a round of applause. Azusa is brought to tears. Except just because she thinks that they've abandoned her.
Yep.
Again.
So
after the play, they they all get all undone and everything, get out of their costumes, get some rest and recuperation, then go to the club room to meet Azusa, who's been busy practicing. Um, they're like, hey, we're going to practice now. Sorry, we couldn't be here because we had to do the play and everything. They also decided to spend the night at the school to get ready and prep and practice and everything. And then also Risu didn't turn in the proper paperwork for it because, of course,
When does she ever?
it's true. Nodoka's like, it's fine. I will fill this out for you. They get to have dinner because Ui made it because, of course, also as well. And they get to practicing. At one point, they before they go to sleep and everything, they go around and just tour the stalls and everything while it's kind of like dark and there's not a whole bunch of people around. They see the mammoth meat stall. I was just like, I ate food there. And then I think Yui's like, I see something. They're like, what is it? And like, Juliet's gravestone. And they're like, what? And I guess it just got mixed up because they thought I went to that stall and not to the play. They go to the occult club and give them food for helping them out with the play earlier. And the occult club tells them to come back earlier to listen to their talk on cattle mutilation.
Yep.
Which is like, all right, okay. So yeah, they go back to the club room, get ready for bed and everything, and just are full of energy, ready to make some weird puns for their next song. But they eventually fall asleep because they are very tired from the play and everything. Then they are woken up the next morning early by Miss Yamanaka, and everyone's like, "What do you want, Miss Yamanaka?" It's like, "I finished your costumes," and she got them. She made shirts for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're matching shirts, and they have After School Tea Time logo on them. It's very cool.
It is really cool.
She wouldn't have like necessarily made those. It would have just been, hey, I went to the t-shirt store and got a bunch of these copied.
Yep.
But it's still a nice gesture. Everyone is very excited for it, and they are ready to do their performance, their 30-minute performance at the school festival, the annual tradition. And that's how we end our episodes. We'll get into that next time. We have a bit of trivia.
Ooh.
But it's basically just like, hey, here's all the other roles that were performed by the other classmates. Apart from Mio and Ritsu playing Romeo and Juliet respectively, many other class members take roles in the production because that's how a class production goes. These are all named characters that you are not going to know, and I don't necessarily know unless I like looked at them.
Oh, snap.
Eri Taki and Tsukasa Koiso speak lines adapted from Romeo and Juliet spoken in Act 2, Scene 2, but are most likely playing Benvolio and Mercutio. Nobuyo Nakajima plays Montagu. Keiko Sano plays Tybalt. I've read Romeo and Juliet recently.
Tybalt.
15 years ago.
It's Tybalt.
Chika Nojima plays Friar Lawrence. Mika Sayaki plays the nurse. Shizuka Kinoshita was meant to play a shrub, but Yui filled in for her while she went to find a replacement tombstone, as we mentioned. Mm-hmm. Ushio Ota, Toshimi Shibaya, and Haruka Chikata have unspecified acting roles. So there you go. Romeo and Juliet. Wherefore art thou, Romeo and Juliet?
In this
high
school.
They are in this high school. Next time, we will dive into episode 20 of season 2 as we take a look at yet another school festival. Mm-hmm. And a big performance for the Light Music Club, their final school festival performance.
And an argument. Yeah, we're going to argue about this.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant like in the episode there was an argument. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, that we've been arguing about the song since like I've learned of its existence.
For like 2 years now.
Before I even knew this show existed.
It's true. So we will discuss that next time. But if you'd like more from us, go to seasonalcheckup.com or sec.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Checkup OVA. And you can find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you want more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. And follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup. So next time, let's learn about what exactly rice is.